Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday and a great weekend. But y'all wonder where I have been today. I have been on an excursion. I put a picture of this, of what we're going to be stitching on, and it's the Royal Peafowl, which is 50 by 66 and it is an 11 count. This is a horrible picture, but I put the better picture in the beginning. So, yeah, it's been a day. It has been a day. Well, first off, as I'm starting this, this is the bottom, and I know it's the bottom because all the letters, and this is the side here, and this is the bottom, like right across here, okay? And I've had some questions and some inquiries as to how I stitch. So I'm going to show you how I do the sewing method. So I pulled my thread up and I'm in the left hand corner of the X right here. And let me see if I can bring it over just a bit and then bring it down just so we get really close. Ouch, if I can get a hold of the needle again. So I take my needle, and this is the upper right hand corner, and this is the upper left hand corner. Do you see how my needle is in between there? And then I pull it up. I'm using 3 strands just so I don't forget. Now I'm going to go to the far corner, and now I'm going to use my needle to come up here, and this is the next symbol I'm going to work on. So I never have to go up and down. Now we're going to lay it across again, and this just takes practice. I'm trying to get it under, sorry, let me lose everything over here. And we're going to pull it across. Now I'm going to go back to that lower left hand corner, come across the top, and I'm going to go down to the right hand bottom one, and I have to come back up here to start the next X, but I'm never going underneath. So go across the top 2, pull it up. Now I have, and everything will be going in the same direction. I always start my X's in that direction. Now from here we're going to go diagonal. So now I'm in the right hand corner and up to the left hand corner of the next square. Across the top 2, down the bottom. Every time I put my needle down through, it's going through 2 different ones. So across the top 2, down here. Now we're going to have to go down this time. Across the top 2. And it's easier. I go in columns this way because it's easier to stitch for me and it goes a lot faster. So across the top 2 and diagonal to the next one. Let me pull this way just a bit. We'll do it again. Across the top 2. Now I'm going lower right. Now I have to go over here because there's where my next stitch is. But you just keep hopping from one to the other. And this takes a while to get onto. Granted, 100 years ago, I used to go up and down too. Very nice thread. I got this from, oh dear, Easy Craft Art. I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm telling you. I wrote on each one of the plastic bags. That way you're finishing the square each time. Or the square. Now this one I'm going to have to go through the same one I came up to get that one. Trying to keep my hand out of the way, that's why I left the thread kind of long. Okay, got to go diagonal again, down to this square. And I hope that helps. But just keep moving to the one you're working on. And it goes so much faster than up and down, up and down. I spent many a years doing up and down, up and down. So, and this is just something that you just got to keep practicing. Now every once in a while I'll get in a pinch and I'll have to turn around. So I do have to actually go on the bottom. So I hope that helps. So we've had a day. We left here about 10 o'clock. And I'll put pictures in here, so if you'd like to look at those. We went all the way to the top of a mountain. I mean, we were up above tree line. Up there, almost. The road finally gave out, so we had to turn around and come back. And we went up there and found this place where we really wanted to get to. And we had our lunch. We had already stopped at Subway and got Subway sandwiches because that was the easiest to deal with. And would have stayed hot or cold, you know. We just didn't want to get hamburgers and that kind of mess. So we just got us some Subway sandwiches and some drinks and chips and went up and ate in a lovely, beautiful meadow. The sky was just as blue as a dark blue robin egg. Just absolutely gorgeous. And after we had lunch, we took some pictures there and drove all the way up to the top from there. And while we were at that place where we ate lunch, you could walk down and there was a big old grove of aspens and stuff. And we walked down there and I'm like, oh, I see some fallen down trees, right? So I'm like, come on, to my daughter. And I said, everybody sit on this post, you know, on this fallen tree, and we'll take a selfie, you know. We didn't have a selfie stick, couldn't find a selfie stick anywhere. So my daughter's hanging on to it, and my granddaughter's the one pushing the button. It was great. So we all get sat down. She gets ready to take the picture, and the log fell off of its area, and we all fell on the ground. But I mean, we weren't up in the air. It was just kind of like slow motion that the branch thing that we were on, it just kind of went boom. It was like great. So we had to pick Grandma up out of the ground. It was special. Oh yeah. It was exciting. So we decided that wasn't a good idea. So we went back to the top of that same grove and took pictures on the other side of where we ate lunch. And we drove all the way up. And then we had to turn around, like I said, because it didn't go through the way that I thought it was going to go through. Or my daughter even thought it was going to go through. And then we drove all the way down the hill and we took some more pictures along the way. As you can see, we got several pictures. That's only like a tip of the iceberg, you know, what I'm going to put in this, hang on. Oops, I have to go the other way. Back that down a little bit so it doesn't get so smeary. It doesn't do real good on real close up. For a long period of time, it just keeps going out of focus. So hopefully you got to see that. And what was I saying? Oh dear. So, yeah, I'll include some of those pictures. And we went over to where I did the video. I don't know what it was. May, maybe? And we had snow melt. My daughter was doing gold panning. And I was sitting there doing a video outside in my chair while the guys were gold panning on the other side of me. And we went there today, and it's just dry. So that's what those pictures are. So I took a picture of my daughter bending over where she was doing the gold panning earlier this year. So all that water's gone, so nobody's gold panning right there. About lost my scissors. They went to another area. There's actually a bigger creek, but we just didn't have the energy to crawl up there. It wasn't happening for us kids at all. I missed a whole bunch right there. This is a pretty color blue. So then we came down and we went to the place where we went last year, which is Cottonwood Pass. I know I've talked about it. And we got out and I don't know what that was. We took about 5 pictures and took some with, what do you call it? My timer. Because I have a timer on my phone. So, to take pictures. And, yeah. We were just plumb tuckered out. The kids slept all the way there. We roused them up enough to get up and take the pictures, and they got all back in the car, and we drove home. We were done. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon, so we'd been running flat out since I got there at 10 o'clock this morning. Oh, y'all want to know what happened to the furnace guy? Well, the furnace guy showed up on Thursday, and he was here about 15 minutes, and he blew out this and that, and he said it needs some kind of a new valve, and he got it to running, and it ran the rest of the day. He showed up in the morning, and then the next day it wouldn't run, so I'm assuming that little valve thing got all, what do you call it, stopped up again. So he ordered me another valve. It won't be here until Tuesday, so he's going to come early Tuesday morning. So that'll help. And change out that part. So hopefully that is all that is wrong. It just keeps getting stuffed up. I gotta go all the way down here. So, yeah. So that's what happened with the furnace guy. So it ran Tuesday till I got home, and Tuesday morning, or Wednesday morning. I'm not Tuesday. Thursday morning. Then Friday morning, it wouldn't start up again. So, I don't know. It's just a little irritating. So, he ordered that part, and hopefully we will have it fixed on Tuesday of this week. That's where I got the Tuesday mixed up. If I can get a hold of the silly needle. But I just needed to come home and stitch. And we were just so flat out tired. I could barely drive home. She had to drive home from there, but I had to drive home from her house. We're talking 5 minutes. It was like, just get me home, turn on the air conditioning. Of course, I'm wearing sweatpants all day. I did have a short sleeve shirt on, as you can see in some of the pictures, but gee, my Nelly, I was burning up. Molly was all upset she didn't get to go, but it was not a place for her. Not at all. So we didn't take any of the dogs. So she's got to stay home. So tomorrow, for my actual birthday, I am going to, they had ribs on sale, pork ribs on sale. So I got pork ribs, and I have some baked beans, And I got some fresh tomatoes. And the ribs I'm going to cook in the crock pot. And I am going to make strawberry shortcake tomorrow, because I haven't had strawberry shortcake all summer long at all. So thought I'd make some of that, and I even got some of the spray can whipping cream because I just wasn't about to deal with any Cool Whip. I like Cool Whip just as well as the next guy, but you know, if you're having strawberry shortcake, we're going to have the real thing. At least as real as I can get it, because I'm not mixing it up because it'll just go bad. It's easier in a can. So we never got that when I was little. My mother always made her whipping cream, you know, out of the stuff that looks like milk, and you just whip it. Come on, focus. See, I get too close and it just... Let me back it down just a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, we had an excellent time. Kids played with sticks and rocks, and then Grandma got this lovely idea. I saw this, I don't know, it must have been in some kind of ad, and somebody was doing a photo shoot, and this lady, she was out in a field, and somebody was behind her, and they took like a, oh, you know remember those drapes that your mother had, you know, that were made out of nylon, that we use for everything under the sun when we played dress up. But they threw it behind the girl, and the air caught it, and it kind of waved, and then they took the shot, see? So, well, we were going to do that, but we didn't have anything we could throw up in the air. So I got this bright idea. We were going to throw the leaves. So we were going to throw the leaves in the air and then take the picture. So some of them have a few leaves. You can't really see them because of everybody's clothes. But, yeah. So we ended up throwing around dirt and rocks and everything. Yeah, it was great. Everybody got it in their hair. It was special. It was a special moment. But we had a blast. So, we always do. I swear. So that is where I have been all day long. And I was so glad to get home and get those sweatpants off and get some shorts on and turn on my air conditioner and just sit down and veg out. I'm telling you, we were just both done. And my daughter was done. And my grandson. He's okay, you know, you push me around the mountain all day and we're done. They were tired. So they fell asleep, actually, on the way back down from the real high place to go to the little bitty low place, which we couldn't find. Had to drive halfway up this pass to go find it. But we found it all right, so hopefully we'll remember where it's at next time. You know, I should really get some more thread here. So I hope that helps, you know, y'all know how to do the sewing method. And it just takes practice. And like I said, I don't use it all the time. Sometimes I'll work myself in a corner and I'll have to go and fetch the needle up and down, you know, for a little bit until I get where I need to be. So, it works. And I use it a lot in my counted. And I use it in big areas on this. You know, that's not so confetti. This is a little bit confetti. Actually, there's two symbols into that. I don't know that you can actually see it or not, but yeah. So, and I work usually about 6 stitches up and 6 stitches back down in a small area so it doesn't leave a rib where you sew. Because when I do a big area, I just will do like this section right here. I'll get all that done. And then I'll go down here and I'll go down there. And that way you don't leave lines on your cross stitch. But I am telling you, I am just about fried. I'm having leftover brats that I made last night. I just couldn't take no more. If I had to cook, it'd be all over. All over. So see how I'm coming across now? And then I'll go down and fill in this part. We'll just all the way across. But I do like using the sewing method. It goes so much faster than up and down and trying to find that hole. It's easier just to bend your material to get where you need to be. I didn't even stop at the post office this morning. I just went to my daughter's house. And I didn't dare mention it on the way home, so I just kept on driving. She just kept driving. Just keep going. And we weren't up Cottonwood too long. Maybe 15, 20 minutes. Long enough to get out, take the pictures, get back in the car. That's how that happened, because we were done in. And the longer we sat in the car, the more stiffer that I got and my daughter got. She has problems with her hips and her arthritis in her hips. So, it's great. It's fun getting old, ain't it? I'm telling you. Trying to miss all these other symbols. Maybe there's 3 symbols there. I see a dot, I see a triangle, and then the X. Why did they have to make them all red? I am not real sure. But you can get pretty far. Now I know some people just do one direction at a time. You can do that. It's called the continental stitch. I don't have a clue what. I just call it the sewing method. I finish each square for every symbol I do, I finish the square. Unless I get to talking, and that happens too. So I will try to put this together and put pictures in either the front or the end of this. But yeah, I didn't want y'all to have to go without a video. And I hadn't updated you on the furnace guy and everything that's going on. Now you could just as easily just do half stitches just like that and then come back, but I don't much like going back up. I don't know what that is. Just because you'll end up in the middle somewhere, and I just like going all the way down, finishing each individual square. Make sense? God, I hope I said that right. And I hope that helped. I used to have a problem coming from the bottom. Like, let me go down. Like, when I'm coming back up this time, finding that hole of where I had to be. It just took so much time. And so that's why I learned how to do this sewing method. And I'll go over it again some other time, and we'll do it on some regular Ada, that doesn't have anything else on it. So it's a little bit easier to see. I don't have anything bigger than Ada 11 count. So that's all I can show you on. was looking to see where the timer was, because I know I got all these pictures on here. I don't know how much space we got, so we'll just stitch. But you can see how fast that method goes. And it was killing me going up. Like, I'd put it down and then I'd go get it and then I'd put it back up. It was just killing my shoulders. It's just too much time. I don't know. It takes too long for me to do. So I had to find some other way to stitch. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it today. I'm sorry it's such a short stitching thing, but I did want to show you all our pretty pictures. Not all of them, trust me. I uploaded 100 pictures. That's what we took today, was 100 pictures. So, alright guys, well thank you for joining me. I will have a better picture of this peacock. You can almost see how pretty he really is. But not really. This picture does not do it justice at all. It's horrible. But we'll have a picture. Alright guys, well thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy, God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Keep stitching.